Now it's time to explore the new earth. These are stories to motivate and inspire us as we move forward with the restoration plan. Time is a 3D construct. It doesn't exist outside of the false matrix. And if time doesn't really exist, then what does that mean for our aging process? As our planet becomes more clean and clear, you will show fewer and fewer signs of aging. But there's also things you can do now to help maintain your youthfulness, both on the inside and out. Ara Wiseman is a leading nutritional expert and aging well specialist based in Toronto, Canada. So today, Ara is joining us, and we're talking about how to maintain our youthfulness, not just physical appearances, but we want to feel good too, right, Ara? So how do we do this?
So our attitude is what defines us, not the excess weight or our circumstances. If we don't feel as though we're worth it, we're not going to make healthy changes. We have to be our own cheerleader. It's the only way that we're going to make change by feeling good about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So when I look at younger people, I always think that they're very plump and juicy when you see them, and we need to hydrate. Hydration can be like your superpower, right? So we need to make sure that we're hydrating really well. I like to add greens to my water because I find like wheatgrass juice powder, daily greens, my product, or, barley grass juice powder, because they're so nutrient dense that we're getting all that energy from that. When we look at younger people as well, their collagen is more pliable. And as we get older, our collagen becomes more rigid and kind of shrinks. And we need to make sure that we're getting enough vitamin C. So interestingly, animals like dogs and cats can produce their own vitamin C. As humans, we can't. So we need to make sure that we're getting enough C. So one of the ways that you can do that is by eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and making sure that you're getting a lot of dark leafy greens. When I think about dark leafy greens, I think about omega-3. Omega-3 is found in dark leafy greens, and omega-3 is more of an anti-inflammatory. So we get omega-3s from walnuts, we get them from chia seeds, we get them from flaxseed oil. We can also get it from dark leafy greens. So dark leafy greens can be your new superpower because the more you get greens into your diet, the healthier you're going to be. So a lot of like kale and a lot of spinach, a lot of broccoli and, things like that. So if you don't love the taste of greens, one of the things you can do is put it into your smoothie in the morning. So I do that. I have a big smoothie in the morning and I add I'll stuff it with kale and then I put fruit and, a lot of fruit on top of it so that I'm kind of not masking the taste per se, but making it a little bit more palatable, right? And I add my chia seeds. I add so many things in it that it's kind of almost like a science experiment, but it's absolutely delicious. And I actually look forward to that. So our bodies need also a lot of sleep. We need to rest and restore. So you need to get into a really good sleep pattern or a good sleep routine and make sure that you're sleeping well, whatever that is, because I know as we get older too, it's kind of hard to sleep as well, or your sleep may be shortened, but it's important to rest, and that's another really big part of it. Another thing I like to say is to, learn to eat for where we're at, the stage that we're in. So, if we're getting older, and really what is older, but if we're getting, up there in our years, it's really important, even for younger people as well, to do more calorie restriction. So, and what I mean by that is, having more abundance of nutrients, especially micronutrients, because when we have micronutrients coming from our dark leafy greens and the fruits and vegetables, what happens is that it gives us the propensity and the ability to kind of eat less because we're full. So if you ate a bean soup, or, you had your smoothie and you had a lot of really good vegetables and fruits, you're actually feeling satiated. You're not feeling like you're missing anything because we run on glucose. That's our fuel. And if we get enough glucose from the fruits and vegetables that we're eating, specifically fruit, then what happens is that our gas tank is full and we're feeling really good. Because I always say that it's a blessing to go within and find what you need. Not everyone can do that. So And the only way you can do that is by nourishing ourselves and making sure that we're properly doing that. The other point to that too is our bodies are electrical, right? So it's reconnecting to the earth's energy, which is really, really helpful for us because we resonate with that. So it's just feeling good, and also the other part of it too is aging is a privilege not everyone gets to experience. So we need to really embrace it, right? And be grateful for another day. Like wake up and just be like, okay, amazing. I'm here again. My brain is intact. I'm feeling okay. I feel good. And the rest of it is just, like just enjoying your time. Because I find though that when people get older, they expect to have some aches and pains or some health issues. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like they have a little pebble in their shoe and they find ways to walk around with it, right? Yeah. As opposed to looking at that pebble and what is causing that discomfort. And our bodies basically tell us what we need to hear, but we muffle that sound with all of our indulgences and like stuffing everything back down again, with that bag of potato chips or something else, right? And not really listening to what our body's trying to tell us.
That's right. I can totally relate to that. As Ara said, much of what you experience in the aging process is really focused on your own mindset. If you expect to have aches and pains, then you're essentially telling the universe that that's okay. And then that's probably what you're going to experience. Instead, be grateful for the health you have and take care of your body to the best of your own ability. Ara is available for nutritional consultations. If you want to learn more about her and her services, you can visit her website at arawiseman.com.